All right, y'all, let's get it. Um, Haves and Have-Nots, season 5, episode 3. What is this called? It's Okay to Love, I believe. Yeah, It's Okay to Love. That's the title of the episode. So we got Veronica and Catherine still in the house, and Jennifer's ass still stretched out. Not even stretched out, still backwards in the chair, dead as hell. And So, and David comes in, and Veronica's trying to get David to help her. David's like, "Get the hell off me, bitch. What the hell wrong with you?" So then Catherine's like, "You killed you did this." Telling David that Veronica killed Jennifer, and that Veronica tried to kill her too. So they start going back and forth, and it's Catherine's word against Veronica's. Catherine's like, Veronica did this. She killed Jennifer. She tried to kill me. And Veronica's like, no, she did this. David don't believe her. Blah, 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 back and forth for a few minutes. And so Jim is on the phone, calls David. And David is like, Jim, you need to get your ass here now, because these two bitches is crazy as hell. Did y'all see that look in Catherine's eyes? Whew, Lord. So, and meanwhile, David brings up Maggie, because they going back and forth calling each other liars. Catherine and Veronica are going back and forth calling each other liars. And that's and David was like, oh, so Maggie was a liar too then, or some shit he said. So anyway, that's pretty much that in that first scene. And Jim says he's on his way. So that was that first scene. And then we got Candace and Erica on the phone. And Erica is trying to give Candace the lowdown on what's going on with David or whatever. And Candace is being real impatient with her because she got the shit going on at her house with the police and everything. And her ass is nervous trying to figure that out. And Erica wants to wrap her up. And Candace is like, well, bitch, can this wait? And Erica like, nah. So then Erica tells Candace that War is getting out of jail. And Candace, of course, that has Candace shook. So Candace is like, what? How you find that out? And Erica's like, well, I know some people down at the jail, and that's how I found out. And Candace is suspicious, like, what? No. But of course, we know that Erica knows that War is getting out because she was kicking it at the bar with David, and she overheard the conversation. That Erica got something up her sleeve aside from this whole setup with David. And I kind of got that feeling from the first episode of this season. But we'll wait to see what happens with that. And then Candace ends up telling Erica that wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, Candace ends up telling Erica that Mitch is the one who set her up. And so they do that conversation. They go back and forth for a second about that. And because Candace mentioned that because Erica mentioned that War is getting out of jail. So that's how they got into that whole conversation or whatever. And then once they finally get off the phone, Brandon Oscar pops up. He just popped his ass up and hops in the car with Candace. And Candace is like, what the hell? Like, get out. You the reason why I'm in this situation to begin with. And Oscar's like, but I got this mark. Going back, remember he said that. He propositioned her in the first episode. And again, she ain't trying to hear that. Oh, and I forgot. Candace asked Erica for 20 stacks. Erica ain't got that. And anyway, I forgot about that when they was on the phone. But anyway, so Candace is like, get the hell out of my car. And or I'ma scream. And Brandon Oscar is like, but I got this mark, and we can get this money. What's up? Like, we can get this paper. And Candace, of course, is telling him like, no, 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 get out. So, and she like, I'ma scream. And so he's like, all right, well, you got my number, just call me. So he gets out the car, and then you could see it in her face before she even said anything. She like, damn, I really do need that money though. So it's tempting. And I can see why, because she better do something. Because as we see, as the episode continues, the police are in the house searching, and they find her safe with the pictures that she took of Jim. They find the pictures, and they find the bread in the safe, and they pack it up for evidence, and it's gone. So she has no leverage at all. Um, and what and what's war gonna do? Cause ain't no pictures. So anyway, they find the cops, and they find the pictures and everything, and they take the pictures and the money, and then we got Benny and Mitch. Mitch pulls up. Benny's sitting out on the porch, and he's still in his feelings about the whole situation. He's sitting there looking sad as hell, and he waiting on Candace. He's still waiting on Candace to bring this money that she said she was gonna bring. So um, as they're talking, Benny has it on his mind to go to Mitch's people to get the money, and they the mob. And Mitch is like, nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, because you think everything gone now. Everything really gonna be gone if you start fucking with the mob, because they gonna kill your ass, and they gonna kill the whole family if you know if you don't getting their money back. So, and at that point, Benny's just reaching and grabbing for anything, because Benny's desperate, just like everybody else is desperate. Um, then the police come. They come and they arrest Mitch, and they haul Mitch's ass off to jail. Um, and so then um, Candace is back on the phone. She's talking to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's like, we need to just throw in a towel on this. And Candace is like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you saying right now? And Jeffrey's like, because I'm tired of this shit. And Candace is like, have you ever been raped? Have you ever been stabbed? And Jeffrey's like, what? No. And Candace is like, well, that's what's gonna happen if you end up going to jail behind this. You don't want that. And Jeffrey's like, don't threaten me. I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you what the hell gonna happen to your ass if you go to jail. So you need to get Justin's ass on the phone. And so they get Justin on a three-way call, and immediately Justin starts going off on Jeffrey, talking about, would you tell that bitch? And he's got his little wee wee stuck in his zipper, because now somebody else knows that he on the DL. So Candace breaks into the conversation, and she says her piece or whatever. It's like, pretty much, you need to just go ahead and do what we need you to do, basically, and don't let them damn cops get into the backyard. And Jeffrey's reassuring Boo thing. Oh no, she's good. She's not gonna tell nobody. You good, and blah blah blah. And Justin's like, well, how do you know that, or whatever? Because he don't want his secret out, but it's too late for that. So then Justin hangs up the phone, and then we move on to Wyatt. His ass determined to leave the hospital. So he's walking out the door, and Jeffrey's like, what are you doing? Where you going? You can't leave. Same old shit. Blah, blah, blah. About that. And then they back at Candace's house. And Justin, they still searching and everything. And Justin grabs a red... They could have done better than this. But Justin grabs a red Sharpie out of the drawer, takes it to the back where the hot tub is, and draws some little droplets on the side of the hot tub and smudges them with his finger. And when he doing that, I'm like, is that supposed to be blood? Really? Okay, well, we gonna roll with it. Okay, so he does that, and then he calls his little cop cronies over and is like, I think I found something. We need to get that look like DNA. We need to get CSI out here. Okay, so he doing what he can at that moment in time, because again, his back is against the wall because he don't want his DL secret out. Candace is back, Jeffrey's back, everybody back against the wall. Everybody got something, so everybody just reaching for whatever. So anyway, he does that. Justin, does that. And so that essentially buys Candace some time. Candace and Jeffrey some time. So then we back outside in front of the house, and Justin approaches Candace, and Candace apologizes, says, I shouldn't have said that to you. And she basically is giving Justin the same rundown that she did with Jeffrey initially, because Jeffrey was struggling with his sexuality, and Candace pretty much did the same thing with Jeffrey, like, it's okay, and you don't have to be ashamed, type of deal. So they go on to talk a little bit, and Justin tells Candace that the pictures are gone, the money is gone, and Candace is just pretty much like, oh shit, like I'm pretty much like, without them pictures and that money, what's she gonna do? She can't do nothing. So, and then of course I knew she was gonna ask Justin to see if since they were in evidence, she was gonna ask him to go get them or whatever. So we gonna see what happens with that. And then Benny and Hannah, they sitting outside, and Hannah, Benny was sitting out there, and Hannah comes out and sits with him, and is like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait with you. So I guess maybe something that Benny said to her in the last episode about how she treats Candace may have resonated with her somewhat. So they sitting out there, they talking, and he's still like, she's gonna come. Hannah's like, no, she's not coming. She is not coming. I don't want to see the baby. I don't want the baby to see the police and everything coming to put us out. We gonna be over at the Fountain Drop Inn. That's all I can afford. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, that was that. And then let's see, and then so we go back to the Crier house, and it's Veronica, David, and Catherine. And David is just so over Veronica, and and it's still a back and forth. Like, Catherine's like, Veronica did it, Veronica's like, no, Catherine did it, back and forth. And David is sitting there like, we just gonna wait on Jim. And this damn Veronica bust out with the old slave whole thing, talking about something, we gotta wait on massa, or wait on the boss man. Like how in life, how Hop and Bob was talking about the gunline boss. Yeah, that's what Veronica broke out with. And then Veronica goes on to say that David and Catherine was in it together. And that damn Veronica crazy as hell. Her and Catherine, just two different kinds of crazy. They the same kind of crazy, but different kinds of crazy, if y'all know what I mean. Anyway, so then they talk about how Veronica mentions to Catherine how Catherine trying to act like her and Jim's marriage is the best marriage or whatever, and all that old crazy shit. Veronica crazy. And then at the very, very end is when um Veronica ends up picking up the gun, that the same gun that Catherine used to kill Jennifer's ass. Veronica ends up picking the gun up and pointing it at David, and I believe that was it. I think that's what Catherine wanted Veronica to do, because now Catherine then said Veronica killed Jennifer and tried to kill her, and now she got all the proof she needs, because now Veronica's dumbass prince is on the gun. So what you gonna do? So we gonna see how it all plays out. That was pretty much the episode. Wasn't too much going on, but it's building. You know how that how Tyler Perry work. It's always building. So we every now and then might get some of these in between, I guess you can call like filler type episodes. We gonna see what happens. But anyway, that's that. The Haves and the Have-Nots, season 5, episode 3. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I love y'all. Rate, comment, subscribe.